Okay, have a good day everyone. This time, we are assigned to report the lesson 3 of Tomas Aquinas St. Tomas Natural Law, and the reporters is yours truly and Eljan Celeste. But before anything else, let us first meet our intended learning outcomes of this report. First is to articulate what natural law ethics is and apply natural law ethics. But now let us first know who is Thomas Aquinas. So, Thomas Aquinas was the greatest of the scholastic philosophers. He produced a comprehensive synthesis of Christian theology and Aristotelian philosophy that influenced Roman Catholic doctrine for centuries and was adopted as official philosophy of the Church in 1917. So there are some explanation of about natural law, but this time let's know first the explanation of natural law of Caesarius. So true law is right reason conformable to nature, universal, unchangeable, internal, whose commands urge to us to duty and whose prohibitions restrains us from evil. This law cannot be contradicted by any other law and is not liable to derogation or abrogation. Neither the Senate nor the people can give us any dispensation for not obeying this universal law of justice, and its need to another expositor and interpreter than our conscience. So, this the explanation of this natural law of Caesarius was all about those reminding for people to create or make things that is not contradicted by natural law by simply creating those things that restrain us from evil. So in short, these are a natural law explanation by Cesario is talks about our behaviors or our doings that help us, or our doings that should be obeyed to universal law. And according to him, that it's not one thing at Rome, another Athens, one thing today and another tomorrow, but in all times, nations, universal law must forever reign, eternal and imperishable. It's a sovereign master and emperor of all beings. God himself is its author, its promulgator and enforcer, and he does not have obey it flies from himself and does violence to the very nature of man, and so by doing he will endure the severest penalties, even if he avoid the other evils which are usually accounted punishment. So, there are 5 questions about natural law. So the first question is, can a person choose to amend or abolish natural law? So since we all know that natural law is created by God, human shouldn't want to abolish or amend natural law, because natural law is grounded in human well-being. It's flourishing, and it's grounded in your well-being. So therefore, people can't amend or abolish natural law. Next question is the natural law applicable only to a select group of peoples and countries? I believe that natural law is applicable to all people equally, because this natural law is also a law. It includes freedom, and we human beings have our own freedom, and therefore natural law is applicable not just in a select group but the entire people equally. So what are the consequences to a person who disobey the natural law? For those person who disobey natural law, I think obeying natural law doesn't mean that human being must only confirm their self-realization, because there are also different law that human being must confirm. So I believe that there are a lot of consequences to a person who disobey natural law, because first and foremost, natural law is created by God. So when you are disobeying the natural law, the consequences is more than just human actions, but it's all about the justice of God. So the fourth question is the phrase whose prohibitions restrain us from evil, who's referring to natural law, or does law forbid an act because in itself the act is evil, which is correct? I think natural law is created by God for us to be able to know the right thing and the bad thing. And I do believe that it's actually restrain us from evil, because if we already know what is the natural law is, then we have this idea in ourselves that we need to do things right, and we restrain doing things that is not good, and it's referring to natural law. So the next question is, who is the author of natural law? So one of the author of natural law is Aristotle, is often said to be the father of the natural law, and Aristotle's association with natural law may be due to the interpretation given to his works by um, Thomas Aquinas, because the theory of natural law was known to the ancient Greeks, but then elaborated by many philosophers, and some important philosophers who played a role in the development of natural law include Aristotle, Plato, St. Thomas Aquinas. So those are the authors of natural law. So now let us define what is natural law. So natural law is the ordinance of divine wisdom, which is made known as by reason, and which requires the observance of the moral order. It may be also defined to be the law we mean all that God necessarily decrees from eternity, that the part of internal law which reasons reveals as directive to human acts, and we call that human law. Because we all know that eternal law is what God's wills for creation, and we are part of God's creation, and so we are part of God's eternal law. So we may not be able to understand the eternal law fully given our limitation. However, by reasons we have a grasp of sense of internal, and this is what we call natural law. So again, natural law is a theory in ethics and philosophy that says that human beings possess intrinsic values and govern their reasoning and behavior. Natural law maintains that these rules of right and wrong are inherent in people, are not created by society or courts judges. So Aquinas also observed that we can know most of what is good and bad, but able simply observation of nature, including human nature, and so the natural law is to pursue what we see is good and what we see is bad. So now another thing about natural law written by St. Thomas Aquinas, according to him that there is in man an inclination to good, and according to the nature of his reason, which nature is proper to him. Thus, man has a natural inclination to know the truth about God and live in society. And this respect, whatever pertains to inclination, belongs to the natural law. For instance, to shun ignorance and to avoid offending those among whom one has to live, and such things regarding the above inclination. So in this matter, according to Thomas Aquinas, that natural law is created for so many reasons, and as human being, we should have to follow the natural law, because natural law is created for us to be able to know what is good and what is bad. And one thing about the truth of natural law is that it is the inclination to know the truth about God and to live in the society. And with respect to pertains of the natural law, we have to ignore the things that give us or ignore the things that help us to make things that from evil, but instead by the guidance of the natural law, we must know the right thing, which is the good, and we have to restrain ourselves in creating bad. And the next reporter will be Eljan Celeste, reporting about the revelation of Charles Coppens explains the various kinds of law according to St. Thomas.
Okay, so in continuation of report of Mr. Bacchus, also Rev. Charles Coppens, SJ explains the various kinds of law according to St. Thomas. So there are 4 points of difference. Okay, now number 1 is the natural law. Unlike positive laws, does not depend upon free will of God. Its requirements flow from the intrinsic difference between right and wrong, which determined by the essence of things. Hence, under this law, certain acts are not evil primarily because they are forbidden, because in themselves they are evil. So the natural law is based on whether which is right and wrong. So kanitong mga laws nga nagbase sa rights and wrong, and kabalo nga mali ni siya og sakto. And this kind of law is not specific set of laws written down somewhere, but rather a philosophical theory. It based on nagbase ra jud ang natural law sa kabalotang nga right o wrong, then apoy uban nga sa atoa right siya nga law pero sa uban kay wrong pud siya nga law. Whether kaning murag makababag sa ilaha or something, dili sila makaangay ana nga law, because that's law na siya nga natural na siya nga ang gina-base niya is for all, or walay kaning nana siya jud tanan, wala na siya ay kaning sitaw kaning wala siya oy exempted ana nga law. Kita tanan ana igo nga law. Okay, for number 2. Okay, number 2. Consequently, the natural law is the same at all times, in all places, and for all person. But this is not true of positive laws, which may be changed with changing circumstances or if the lawgiver so wills it even without change or circumstances. So consequently, or kaning diri na pud sa ikaduha sa natural law, gi-state dire nga dili sila parehas sa positive laws, because ang positive laws kay nag-base siya sa within sa isa for example isa ka community, nag-base siya din na isa ka tawo ana gamando ana nga law which is will ra na niya, or yahara ng kabubuton, or yahara ng gusto nga law, or maybe some of inside in the community affected ana nga law kay magbag-o man na siya god. Pwede po siya dili bag-ohon for the sake of good para sa yaha or for the community, or kana nga tawo nga gahatag ana nga law is kinsay maka-benefit ana nga law. Okay, number 3, the natural law emanates from God alone, but positive laws may be enacted by man. Okay, so the natural laws emanates from God. So katong mga law nga nasa katong 10 commandments kato siya nga law, number 1 example to siya. And kaning positive laws may be enacted by man, kato na ning mga mga ordinance or katong Republic Act, mao na siya nga mga law. Okay, number 4 is the natural law is promulgated through the light of reason. Positive laws require further performance and external to men. So natural law is ang natural law is came up from kaning natural na jud siya, baka nabutang na jud na siya nga kabalota nga right and wrong na siya nga law. Kaning dali na to siya masabtan dayon, pangtanan siya, just like anang katong sa 10 commandments nga mga law kato with right and wrong man jud to na didto. And kaning ang kaning promulgated through the light of reason, positive laws require further performance assigns external to man. So ang kaning nga mga law is gina-declare ni sila para sa anang sa Senate hearing, mag-declare sila og new laws nga naaprubahan sa kanang inig-approve nila, mag-declare sila og kaning unsa man to yung mga law nga mga bag-oron daghan man gipagawas labaw na sa ato nga mga as a future teacher, katong law nga gipang bag-o na nila ron nga kuan nga sa mga child protection ingato mga RA mga ordinance pa diha ingana siya nga mga laws sa mga positive laws. Mao na yung mga positive laws nga nag-require siya og performance science external to men. Gida-declare, and ang natural law pod is kuan pod kaning gina-declare pod siya sa unsa ka bug-aton or kagaanon sa reason. Ingana siya nga magbuhat lang kay ingani nga law kay tungod kay kuan for example kay for in the community lang then magbuhat ka og law para ani nga bawal mo laag ang mga bata inig ani curfew ingana dayon kung sa uban ana kay allowed na siya sa uban maybe kay safe ilahang place. Kung sa imuha kung naay mga krimen murag bugat jud na siya nga reason nga nganong kuan jud nimo ang curfew mandatory or need jud to be follow ang curfew. Okay, natural law as a universal formula. A universal formula which contains in brief an explanation of the whole natural law is this: keep the moral order or observe right order in your action. Some writers state it simply as do good and avoid evil. So ang natural law is universal ra jud siya. Gihimo siya universal formula. Because sa natural law is nakasulod naman dito good ang whether right and wrong sa natural law. Murag kasabot na tad ba as a moral agent makasabot nga di nato ni buhaton kay mali ni siya. Buhaton to ni kay mo ni makamaayo. And by that dili siya mag-mix ang imuhang pagka inigsulod sa imong decision making na feels lang nimo or kuan kay makahunahon po ng ubang tao nga sakto niyang gibuhat kay syempre natural ro naman gud labaw nag kaning kuan daw siya not kill nasa 10 commandments. So kasabot man ta nga ang pagpatay kay bawal man na siya or kaning sala or bad ingana, so dito na buhaton. Law defined by St. Thomas. St. Thomas explained that the natural law is promulgated through the life of reason. As I explained kanina katong depende sa kabug-aton sa reason or experience of sa reason nganong proclaim to siya nga law within the community or for the whole. Okay, positive laws requires for the promulgation or sign external man sinected kani positive laws is moagi jud siya mga process kaning moabot pag mga hearing kanang mga senate ngana kanang daghan mo pirma sa law kaning daghan mo pamatuod kani need jud ni siya nga establish nga law. Okay, St. Thomas defined law in general as ordinance of reason which is for common good and has been promulgated by one having charge in the community. So general na jud niya nga ang paglaw is as ordinance which is for common good jud na sa tanan sa within the community kung community or sa tawag ni country ngana gi-announce nga katong law for tanan na jud to for the sake of the community on the country. 4 requisites for a law to be a law. Okay, ordinance. Kini ordinance is a ordinance or command of reason. So ordinance kato ni mga ordinance depend ordinance mga ingato mga Republic Act mga law na siya nga kuan ning-agi siya og process and daghan tawo ang namirma murag giagi pa jud siya og mga hearing ana nga law. Okay, for common good kani maghatag pud sila og law nga mahimo pud siyang law inside the community for common good. Katong as example na ganina nga katong curfew for common good to siya sa isa community nga ang mga bata dili magawas-gawas inig kagabi or kaning kuan malikayan ang mga krimen, for example mga rape or hold up mga kidnap. For common good to siya sa community or country. Okay, promulgation, so need to be declared or kaning ipaagi jud siya og process by one who has charge in the community. So mga ang buhat jud sa law or mo pirma sa mga law mayor kingana din mga president kanang muagi jud siya og mga higher hierarchy man tawag ata or higher mga nga nasa sulod sa community. Murag sila ang muan mitingan pa na nila permiyahan nga. Okay, and so mo na ni ang key takeaways. So, what is ethical according to the natural ethics framework is that which the natural law commands used to do good and avoid evil. So, makabalota nga which is right and wrong. Okay, there are many types of law. Eternal law is divine wisdom that directs all beings toward their end, God Himself. Natural law is a law written with the hearts of men. Positive laws are those enacted by God or men. Divine law is decreed by God in the Ten Commandments, and new commandment of love thought and exemplified by Jesus Christ. Human law is promulgated by person. Okay, mo ni ang mga these are types of law. Natural law has the following characteristic: flows from the intrinsic difference between right and wrong. So, ma-differentiate yun na to unsa ang mali o tama, which determined by the very essence of things. The same all times in all places and for all persons. So, para sa tanan na dyan na emanates from God alone. So, kato natin, commandments, kana, dito naglagi ka, nagmamurag siya biblically based or nadjud sa kaning kuan God. Promulgated through the light of reason. So, nabuhat a law tungod sa kabug-aton sa reason or napay mga possible reason, ana. And, okay, depends on the free will of God, not the same all times, places for all person. Maybe change with changing circumstances, kanay ma-change ang mga law. Depende sa namumuno or kaning higher nga sa inyong community or country. And or the lawgiver's wills even without change of circumstances o paminaw niya or kaning as na observe niya nga good sira ang flow sa law nga iyahang gipatupad og dili na kaning kuan wa na need nga i-change sa law, so di na to niya hilabtan. Requires for their promulgation is sign of external person. A law is ordinance or result promulgated for the common good by one. Okay, understanding check. So, ano yung activity? So, directions. On a 1/2 sheet of paper, answer the following questions with at least 50 words. Okay. Pwede ninyo ni nag-send ako sa GC ani. Collect ni siya karong Thursday. And that's all. Thank you.